Music made me feel so funny. I went and spent all my money. We're riding on the escalator of life. We're shopping in the human mall. We're dancing on the escalator of life. Won't be happy till we have it all. We want it all. Escalator of life. Up and down. Escalator of life. Round and round. There's 111 choices. Don't listen to those little voices. I don't let the guilty feeling shake me. You can have your cake and eat it, baby. We're riding on the escalator of life. We're shopping in the human mall. We're dancing on the escalator of life. Won't be happy till we have it all. We want it all. Escalator of life. Up and down. Escalator of life. Round and round. Ha!
third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And welcome aboard, folks. A lot of stuff to get into today as we get closer to... We haven't even been to D.C. yet.
No, not yet.
Boy, things heating up already.
The pregame show for D.C. has been no joke this week.
Look, we want to thank Alex Jones and Laura Loomer for fluffing the city for us.
Yeah.
For getting them ready.
Don't forget Kavanaugh. You got to thank him. Right now, everyone's screaming there. 5 more people ejected today being carried out.
No, I'm not going to thank Kavanaugh because Kavanaugh
is an American hero.
Has conducted himself with such class and grace that he's literally the only person nobody is talking about this week. This is how I know he's going to get confirmed. No, I'm serious.
I agree. I know exactly what you mean.
He's the only person that nobody's talking about. I've heard everyone talking about Alex Jones, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Laura Loomer acting like a nut, Jack Dorsey from Twitter. It's all everyone else, and this has been Kavanaugh the whole week. Hi. Thanks. Good.
Well, yeah, I would like to answer that question by quoting one of the Federalist Papers, if I may.
You want to hear everything Brett Kavanaugh's done this week in one statement? Ready?
Honey, just take the kids home.
This is going to be a long one. So, and they're going to have to start in school next week. They got to go.
It's still going in.
Gonna stay here, I guess.
Still going on. So you want to take a peek? This is just a random peek of. This is live right now.
Nice bangs, lady.
U.S. attorney or the attorney general could say we're not going to devote our resources to low-level marijuana offense. Those are perfectly constitutional.
Let me just try one other example with you. The Texas case on pre-existing conditions. The administration has taken the position that is unconstitutional, that part of the Affordable Care Act down in the Texas case, taking the position that you could act.
It is unconstitutional. The Supreme Court had to actually say it was a tax.
Some conservatives hold that position.
Who?
Let her finish.
Okay, sorry.
Actually throw people.
Let this political hack finish.
We have a caller. I think I know who it is. Is this my friend, not CIA Steve?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good, brother. How you doing?
You know, the CIA N-words
I'm doing all
that
right.
glow in the dark.
I'm in. No, just driving around at a quick emergency. I had to do a quick mailing to some clients. So
Is it?
Yeehaw.
Well, we're live, and I just want to let you know: is it true that the CIA flooded the streets of Cleveland and Chicago with crack? Is that true?
Naturally.
See, told you, confirmed. Call Alex Jones. Okay, look, seriously.
Look, no offense. I'm a big fan of Steve. I like Steve.
Yeah.
I didn't need Steve to answer that
Hey,
question.
Mersh, how we
What's
doing,
going
buddy?
on, man? How are you? Yeah, listen. We don't need
Good,
Steve. We don't need any confirmation that that's what the government did. I think we all are.
We all
much,
know. We all
yeah,
know.
that's like an elementary answer.
Yeah. I mean, Will Smith told us about it years ago. Come on.
Yeah, and you know what? And he's right. Parents just don't
And whatever
understand.
he says is the gospel.
Well, and he learned all of that from his time as a police officer with an orc as a partner.
No, that's from the
'cause
movie. No, that's not. That's a different thing.
I know a lot about civics and history
Yeah.
and law enforcement, and that's how that happened. That was a documentary.
So
There you go.
when I was watching the first day of this hearing, the first person I actually sent a message to was Steve, and I'm like, dude, are you watching this shit? Because I mean, Steve really gets into this stuff. Like he is a political nerd in comparison to us specifically. He's a political nerd, and what do you think about all the interruptions and the grandstanding at the hearing at the SCOTUS hearing?
It's laughable to start. It's to the point too where even the Democrats who, clearly were encouraging it yesterday, they're kind of over it. They're rolling their eyes, and it's the same garbage by the same groups. I know outside, I think out in the gallery is a bunch of cosplayers dressed up, like the Handmaid's Tale, but they're just saying the same thing, and they time it. Yeah, I don't understand it either, because it's like 24 of them that get in there. They must stay there early in the morning just to sit there and go, now is the time for me to say the same thing that the girl did before me 15 minutes ago.
Well,
this is going to work.
Did you see the picture
And,
Did you see the picture of the dude outside that was actually signing a check to somebody? One of the people that was protesting yesterday. There's actual picture.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, dude, a legit, not photoshopped, a legit picture. I'll see if I can find it of a dude standing outside with a checkbook like this, like you see, writing a check, and then one of the dudes that got pulled out yesterday was the same dude in the picture. Swear to God, it was. Pretty...
So I think we can all agree, right?
That doesn't surprise me.
So this is, I think we can all agree, right, that women are at fault for all of this. So I have to ask, no, I mean, who's shouting and carrying on?
You're right. It's mostly.
Let's be fair here. It's mostly women.
The overwhelming majority, yes.
and then
But
a
there
few-
are a few males that have called out.
Yeah, there are a couple males, Steve, but are they men?
Yeah.
Are they? Yeah. Are they men?
Are they men or are they males? So really, technically, it's mostly women at fault here. Now, obviously, we cannot repeal the 19th. That's silly. That's crazy talk. That's fascism.
Yeah.
What if we were to give men 2 votes? Do you think that would help the current political climate in this country? They can keep one.
No, and not only that, I really don't see it being constitutional.
What about white landowning?
Yes, I like this.
People having the vote. Is that still something on the
What
table?
about a
or-
compromise? Maybe a fraction. Maybe like 3/5. What do we think about that?
Yeah, I'm not on this
Oh
fucking
boy.
revolutionary.
No, I meant for women.
Look, I'm not into this
Right, of
whole
course.
1776 freedom and unconstitutional. Look, the Magna Carta was for fags. What I'm
Jesus
saying
Christ, Mike.
is we gotta get back
I
to
don't even think they used that word in 1230. I don't think that was kind of a word being used in common vernacular.
No,
in
because
medieval England.
If you did that, you were being burned at the stake.
Yeah, because they didn't have them.
Most likely.
Because they were burned at the stake.
Exactly. It's normally.
How Iranian of you.
Yeah.
So anyway, just kidding. I'm just joking. We love you, ladies.
Of course.
I don't.
I don't know if you heard before you called in, but I originally made the point that I'm pretty sure this guy's going to get confirmed because he's literally the only name I'm not hearing nonstop this week. Everyone has been making a complete and utter asshole of themselves except for Brett Kavanaugh.
Yep.
All he's done is sit there and be
Yeah.
quiet. I think he's going to get in.
There's no question, actually, and I think they know it. That's why they started almost immediately on Grassley yesterday when he started up the hearing, which is really just a general introduction, and everybody just fillets themselves about how great they are, that they're there, and they're going to ask him really tough questions. That really doesn't matter. And it was actually, I think Ben Sass and Ted Cruz both called out the Democrats by saying, look, you're grandstanding. You're trying to delay this, and for what? We already know how you're going to vote. You told us. You made public pronouncements the minute that the man was appointed as the next candidate and said, we're not going to vote for him. So why are you trying to delay this, except that we all know why you're trying to delay it, which is in a vain attempt and hope that you're going to take back the Senate, and then you'll just toss him right out and play the same game that the Republicans played against Merrick Garland. I think they know, more than likely, because they've been in touch with both Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, who are very, very moderate Republicans, and usually tend to skew a little left if it's a social issue or what have you. I don't think they are planning on voting against Judge Kavanaugh, and I think they know it. So that being said, he'll get out of committee on a straight party line vote, and then he'll end up being nominated. Why they're trying to do everything that they can to delay or, stain him however they want, just so that if they have to, accept him in before November 6th, at least they can go back and fundraise, which is, I told Royce this yesterday. This is really all it is. Hey, look, I'm Cory Booker and I went after him. Give me some more money so we can help keep up the resistance. It's the same garbage. It's the same game that's being played for 20, 30 years now. And,
no, I mean, I will agree that, listen, maybe it's the same game, but even when, I've never seen it, as far back as I could remember, I've never seen.
No, Republicans don't do it.
Yeah, no, but so when they call out people about civility, because that's the biggest argument. And even the never Trumper Republicans, like, Trump just has to be civil. There's no fucking civility. Right. There's never been civility. This is just a vicious fucking. Look, here's a perfect example. All right, I'm sure you saw the McCain funeral, right? Or the fucking 7-day event that was a McCain funeral. The fucking flag has been at half staff longer than 9/11 for fucking McCain.
I think they were just burying him with their bare hands.
Yeah, I know.
They had a pail and a bucket that you'd go to the beach with.
And then at the end, it was a Viking funeral. Like, look, look at the people that I always say, the people at the McCain funeral, right? That elitist group, and not just Democrat. Like, now fucking George Bush and Obama are high-fiving and giving each other candy,
blowing each other.
I know, and it's like fucking Obama called you a fucking war criminal when he ran for president.
Yeah, but they're all There's no. Yeah, they're not human beings.
Right.
They're just not. I'm sorry. No. They're all psychopaths. Like, anybody who gets to even compete for the job of president is already a sociopath. So they don't care. They're retired presidents. Yeah. It's literally the job.
But not only that, it's important to remember, though, that they all come from very similar cloth, if you will. Not necessarily in the same, being raised the same or what have you, but it is that I've lived in Washington. I mean, I can tell you, it's not a lie when you hear it's a swamp or it's this culture inside the Beltway, however you want to put it. They're pissed because, however you want to look at Trump, what he is certainly doing, and it cannot be disagreed with, is he's disrupting the norms, right? As far as they're concerned, we, the peasants outside the Beltway, should just merely listen to the learned and let them tell us how to live our lives and do, because how dare we try to assume we know what's going on in the world and how to react governmentally and do things. And why are we even voting, for God's sakes? And it's this concept that drives them nuts because, very similar, and it's not very dissimilar, I should say, to when Andrew Jackson was elected in 1820, when he called out for a 3-day binger, pretty much, and they brought, Wisconsin rolled out a massive, Mack truck size wheel of cheese, and they got drunk and blasted on the White House lawn, and it drove the people of Washington nuts because they, it was these people from Tennessee and Kentucky, and they were even looked down upon then, just as similar as they are today. And it's the people's party. It was the people's house. And now, yet again, when you see the peasants having power, it drives the elites nuts.
Yeah, no, and I think did you see any of the hearing today?
Yeah, I listened to it a couple
Did you
times.
see Feinstein? Did you see Feinstein?
I did. I heard a few of her things. I didn't get to see any of it. I actually was primarily I was working today, buddy. So I was listening to it.
Shut up.
But yeah, I'll listen to him and what's her face? The other one, not Kamala Harris. The she feels like a Klobuchar.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying attempted gotcha moments, and the only thing that they have is hypotheticals. There hasn't been a single Supreme Court justice since I've been alive and watching these hearings that has ever answered a hypothetical. Like, oh yeah, this is exactly how I would, choose to decide. It's all gotcha garbage. So they know they're just trying to score political points to use as an argument. So when they vote against it, the question is going to become, well, why did you vote against it? Well, couldn't answer the question.
By the way, but they've already made up their mind. It was funny seeing Kavanaugh answer them. Like he's all like, well, actually, he's a bigger political nerd than you. He's actually, Federalist Paper number 21. I would like to quote. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's being so courteous and so nice.
Hey, I wouldn't go so far as to say bigger than me. I was right along there when he was asked which Federalist Papers he liked. I had a feeling he would drop 78 pretty quick, and he did. And went from there in 22. I had a newspaper when I was in college and wrote about it quite extensively. Thank you very much.
You fucking nerd.
I'm not CA, Steve.
I've never denied that, and you know it.
Now, listen, before we stick your head in the toilet and stuff you in a locker, I just want to know, what did you think of Mr. Zodiac, Ted Cruz, yesterday?
Oh, he was great.
Has there ever, because you would know this better than me, you're a smarter guy than me.
Sure.
Has there ever been a guy who took an L with more grace and spun it around faster than Ted Cruz? Because I don't think I've ever seen somebody go from losing a primary to being like, to having everybody go, I like this Ted Cruz guy. I like the cut of his jib.
Well, again, no. I mean, right, first of all, he is very quick. He thinks very quickly, and it works for him, on occasions. He's a polished guy. I mean, in terms of being a politician, usually when you go to the Senate, unless you've, found your way in due to a bizarre sex lawsuit in Illinois, but that's neither here nor there. Normally, you've been a politician for quite some time, not necessarily organizing in your community, but actually doing, political work, lobbying, those kind of things. So Cruz is very quick on what he's hearing, and he's able to process it quick enough to get a soundbite out and go from there. You have to remember, too, with Cruz, he only lost because it just wasn't the right time for any politician to be there. I think if this was any other election period, I think he would have been rather competitive.
Well,
he hung in there the longest.
But I think that you're right there. But I think a lot of these guys have not been able to process that fact. And a lot, like Rubio's still a bitter little queen. Like, there's a lot of people that are just like, fuck, Trumpity Trump.
Well, McCain went to a
Rubio's gonna
asshole.
have a UFC main event fight against Alex Jones.
We're getting into that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that, too. But I just meant in terms of, like,
great. I love that.
Even though, nobody was going to win except Trump, I still think Ted Cruz, I still can't think of anybody historically that went from losing to a guy to immediately kind of going, all right, look, I got to work with this asshole. And you know what? Technically, he's right. Yeah. So he's like, you know what I mean? So for Cruz to come out now and go, look, I lost to this man, but he's right. You guys are fucking scumbags. Like, I'm
John McCain actually did it with Bush. And, you want to argue about how Bush won the primary in, 2000? In 2000, and he beat out McCain. John just said, okay. And went about. And this isn't a defense or support of McCain one way or the other. But he was pretty quick. He really didn't take down or take on Bush or anything. He didn't really vote against him on much of anything, to be honest with you. Always pushed the Supreme Court candidate, voted on almost everything he put forth war-wise.
Well, Bush had the luxury of 9/11 happening.
Yeah, and by the way, McCain historically is not known as a as putting up much resistance. Yeah, no, they're treating me great here. It's awesome. They're giving me a comfy bed. I love everybody.
McCain is not a stick to his guns kind of guy.
No, he's not.
Just give me my statement. I'll read it.
Yeah, whatever. Leave me stop hitting. My arms hurt.
I still get an hour of lunch, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay, then just give me the thing.
Whatever.
Read the thing.
No, but I mean, yeah, Ted Cruz. I think you're right. I think Ted Cruz. I think you're right, Mike. I think he was just immediately like, "Well, you fuck this. Like, I'm gonna do something. Like, I'm not gonna sit here." When he tweeted out that the Zodiac killer picture, look, maybe it was somebody in his staff, but that was one of the funniest things any political person has ever done.
Well, and keep in mind too, he does have he knew he was going to have a challenge for re-election. I don't think that there's going to be much of a threat to him, but he kind of realized, like, listen, this works for Trump. And it was funny. I was actually reading an Atlantic article the other day, yesterday, as a matter of fact, that, the headline would make, another negative thing. Trump's changing the way teens view the news. But it was actually a very surprising article. It took a while, obviously, to get in there. Because I don't think the Atlantic was thrilled to have to print what they found. But there were a lot of millennial kids or younger people who liked the Twitter thing. Listen, I'm not going to deny I roll my eyes 9 times.
Did you just hold on? Listen, you're such an old man. Did you just call it the Twitter thing? No, the Facebook,
the thing, not like the Twitter thing, like the actual app. I'm saying the idea that a president is tweeting directly to the people, not conditioned political slogans like Barack Obama did, or using Facebook as a sponsored push, but like the idea of using Twitter to just basically stream of conscious your thought process, which is what Trump's been known to do for his entire career.
Isn't there?
And it resonates. It resonates well, apparently, from if I remember correctly on the article. A lot of kids loved it, and they don't like seeing biased, filtered, opinions being told to them as these are the facts in the news. So Ted Cruz kind of jumped on it and said, "Why am I going to keep pushing against it when I can ride this wave as long as it'll take me?"
Somebody in the chat says, Henry in the chat goes, fun fact, Washington Times reporting Kavanaugh voted with Merrick Garland 93% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm almost hoping he pushes a little bit more with that just to stick the knife a little deeper.
No.
He said in his opening statement that, he's worked with fantastic judges, including Merrick Garland of the D.C. Circuit. So, it's kind of like, hey, he's down there again. Or he's still down there, I guess you should say.
Now, going back to the transparency thing, because I had a little temper tantrum Friday about this. I do enjoy the transparency, but isn't there such a thing as maybe too much of a good thing? There's other things I like that I can, some people like opiates. You can't just eat them all day, every 5 minutes. You'll just die. Same thing with sugar or booze or red meat. Yeah, I like it, but maybe not all the, like maybe sometimes Trump could flesh out his thoughts a bit more before tweeting them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And that's, yeah. I mean, I wake up and I read a tweet and I'm just going, oh, for Christ's sake. Half the time they barely read grammatically proper. So there's that. And you're just like, come on, dude, you got to think this one through. Just hold it back. So stop for a minute. Pause. Think. Do I need to do this? And 99 times out of 100, the answer is always no. You don't need to tweet at all. Nobody gives a shit that you ate French fries for lunch or what you think about Trump and you're edgy because you responded along with like 15 million other people globally to a Trump tweet. Nobody cares.
I had French fries today from Checkers, a fine American corporation, by the way. They're bringing a lot of jobs back to America.
Cajun fries.
Yes. The seasoned fries clearly are the best fries. Right. I get it.
More flavor.
Go do some work. Get off Twitter. Look, I can't yell at people like Anthony Cumia and Laura Loomer telling him to get off Twitter unless I also apply it to my president. Get off Twitter a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not saying get off completely, but it's like any other thing I see people doing excessively, and you go, maybe you do that less. Just think about it. That's all. But I do like the fact that he saves.
Just to reference that article again, the kids see it as it's just humorous, right? They laugh about it and they think it's just funny. They're not taking it seriously, which I would argue kind of is the way it should be taken. It's not. I don't even think he means it literally 9 times out of 10. He's just like, hey, here's a thought in my head. There you go. Let the world know I've thought this thing. Doesn't mean he's thought it through. He just thought it. And it's like, hey, what would happen if I don't know, threw a rock off the expressway? probably going to hurt somebody. Am I going to do it? No, but I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to tweet it. And that's what he does.
And then once in a while, it's just something like, I didn't really enjoy the way the meeting with New Zealand went today. Maybe we'll nuke them. I don't know. Maybe there's bombs in their future. And you're like, what are you doing? It's New Zealand. Nobody's going to...
And listen, I understand a lot of people will he's a blithering idiot. He's a complete moron. Listen to the way he talks. I'm still of the mind he knows how to play an audience. He knows exactly where to push the right buttons, and he'll tweet something knowing damn well it's going to be taken the wrong way, and he wants it to, because he wants that to go the way that he wants, so he can come right back out and go, you see, look how they treat me.
Yeah, he dumbs things down. Like, people that say he sounds dumb, I'm like, he dumbs things down because you're dumb. Like, you know what I mean? Because the average person's really dumb. I've seen him. I saw Trump. Remember when he did his acceptance speech, when he did his inauguration speech, he sounded like a president for like a solid 20 minutes. You're like, wow, this guy really.
If you look at him back in the 80s too, he was very, very intelligent, but he was dealing with a lot more of a high level crowd. Whereas, today he's talking to the average American, and unfortunately, as I've seen being a teacher once, it's sad. How many people you can go again on Twitter, Facebook, wherever, and it's, he needs to be impeached. Where do you think that's going to go? There's no way the Senate's going to flip nearly enough to get you 60 votes. So, okay, great. He gets impeached. So what? It's not like he's going anywhere. He'll just have that wonderful little mark that doesn't seem to matter because they still celebrate Clinton. So, okay, he got impeached. Whoopee-doo.
They actually kind of enjoy the fact that Clinton got impeached and got away with it.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they brag on that. Like, you couldn't even take down Clinton.
Not only
we're
that,
not going to take down Trump either.
I'm fully under the impression, and this is, I personally believe it's a reckoning coming, and you guys have pointed this out in the past, that they eat, the left is really eating their own more than it used to. But the people in power haven't really changed all that much since the 90s. And I'm still under the belief they just simply... They felt like they got sucker punched in '97 when the impeachment went through, and their boy got impeached. And all they've wanted ever since, for 20 years now, is to just get one back. And they'll do anything to do it.
They wanted to get Bush.
For them, it's just like, hey, okay, we've got our mark on, we've done it. And then they're going to look back and go, oh my God, was it worth all of this? Was it worth basically going full Thanos on the liberal world? And just creating this Frankenstein monster of lunacy that is basically living every day, breathing hysteria as if it's just a normal thing, and it's not going to do well for them at all.
Yeah, I remember hearing liberals talking about Bush. The same thing. We should because of Halliburton, and we'll get him and Cheney, and we could impeach them. And then it was like they were so nuts at one point. They're like, we'll get him for war crimes at the Hague, and you're like, no self-respecting citizenry sells out their leader to an international. Like, no person has ever done that in the history of countries unless they murdered your people. But like, you don't go, let's hand our president over to the Netherlands. What? In what universe?
Yeah, and they just say things until you start asking, okay, well, what war crimes? Well, war crimes. I know how to read the Geneva Conventions. It was written by lawyers. Are you an international lawyer, lawyer, especially well-versed in war law? No. Then you don't know what you're talking about. Trust me.
It's children.
And they just say things because, again, it's what they read. They do talking points, and then they don't know where to go from there. And you've seen how I do things.
I don't want to see.
I just push until I get substance, and it goes nowhere.
Yeah, I don't want to see Obama being tried by an international court either. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want my leader. Like, I think the UN and all that shit's a goddamn joke to begin with. I don't want my nation's leader standing trial for war crimes. And like, you'll hear leftists go, we need to get our president tried for war crimes. Why? Internationally, what a disaster that would be for us. Oh, you snitches.
Well, Steve, thank you for calling in, man. We really do appreciate it. We like your point of view.
Can we get you on one day with the silhouette and like the disguised voice?
That would be great. We should do that.
With the
next time I'm in Orlando, I'll swing by.
Okay.
We'll mosaic your face.
Yeah, we'll do that. Will you sit in the shadows when smoking a cigarette?
Yeah, but I got to have the voice modulator too.
Of course. Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, my pleasure. Anytime you ever want me to talk about just about anything, you know where I know. So
you got it. All right, brother. Later.
I like Steve.
Oh, Steve is great.
Add a little class.
Right.
to this, whatever this is.
Shall we? Do you want to do Alex Jones first, or do you want to do Loomer first?
Let's do Alex Jones first because we're still on. I mean, because Alex Jones has had more to do with the Kavanaugh stuff.
Yes.
That's why Rubio's there, right?
Yes. Alex Jones heckles Mark Rubio during interview.
I think it's important for them not to comply with any efforts to sort of go after freedom of expression.
What about the Democrats purging conservatives?
He's
not answering it.
Also, can I just say something? Can we all agree that Marco Rubio is the youngest, oldest man?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ever? He's like, part of him looks young, parts of him look young, and then parts of him, like his hair, he's got old man hair. He's got dry old man hair on a young man's face. Rubio confused, like he looks like he was put together using spare parts of Cubans that they had laying around. I don't know. I mean, I've got abuelo's hair, but I've also got I've got young man's jawline. This is gonna look really fucking weird.
All right.
Go after freedom of
What
expression.
about the Democrats purging conservatives? He's not answering it.
He's not answering.
Just Republicans are acting like it isn't happening. Thank God Trump is.
Right there, he's like, I don't like this motherfucker.
Oh, God. Well, he knows him, obviously.
Rubio's a twat, though. Does anyone like Rubio anymore?
No.
He's not even running this time, right?
No.
Like, not even in the primary.
No.
For his own job.
He is terrible.
Do you understand, folks, when you go from presidential hopeful to I'm not even going to bother running for my Senate job again? How, especially to be Hispanic, not a bad-looking guy, no real major dirt in Florida to be this hated.
Yeah.
You just have to be a guy that people meet and go, yeah, I don't like you.
You're the fucking worst.
I would like to work for you. I don't like your face. Something about it, I don't
Leave.
like you. That's Rubio, though. Nobody likes him.
It's weird, man.
Oh, yeah, it's really weird. There's no purge of conservatives.
I don't know.
There's no shadow banning.
Who is this guy?
Who is... Okay. See, he's lying.
This is why nobody likes you.
By the way, he's lying. This is the part... Look. Whether you like Alex Jones or you hate Alex Jones, everybody in Washington knows who the fuck Alex Jones is.
This doesn't make you look cool by pretending. Like,
Who is this guy?
At least
Who is this dude?
At least Ted Cruz would have been like, look, I'll be happy to look over whatever documents you brought, Alex, whatever documents you have in Austin, but I'm talking to them right now.
Right.
And then Alex would have to go pout. Stupid Ted Cruz, fucking jerk. But Marco Rubio, who's this guy? I never heard of him, right?
Are you concerned about bias in social media?
Yeah, who's this guy? We
Are you
deplatformed.
concerned about bias in social media?
Okay, they are asking him the question at least.
Well, I think the bigger bias is against freedom of expression. Everybody should be. There's a look. I support
here.
going
It's
after.
happening.
Alex, what are you doing,
This
bud?
is why you do. Well, Alex is just doing
Yeah.
it. I love Alex. Alex is being Alex, but Rubio is so out of touch, dude. Like he reminds me of like a guy who just doesn't even read up on his own job. I don't think he really cares about the Senate or the country. You know what I mean? I think Marco Rubio watches a lot of Bravo. I think that Marco Rubio goes out a lot. I think Marco Rubio sees a lot of movies that he arrives to alone and leaves alone. But he spends the movie sitting next to somebody. I'm just saying, I think Marco Rubio has a lifestyle.
Got it.
In here, but you say I don't exist.
Is that a heckler or a press gaggle?
Look at this guy.
He's not a good.
You're not good, dude. You're not. This isn't working for you, bud.
He's saying that I don't exist, and they're
I just don't know who you are, man. I don't.
You're lying, dude. You fucking look. What Alex Jones is doing could be.
All right,
annoying.
no. I'll give you.
Yeah,
to him.
you're lying.
Let me concede this.
Yeah.
I'm more inclined to believe Royce that you're lying. But let me give you the benefit of the doubt. Let me be back up. Let's say you're not lying. Then you are terrible at your fucking job. You're a shitty senator if you don't know who Alex Jones is, and you shouldn't be a senator. So either you're lying to be like, haha, whatever, dude, and be cavalier, or you're telling the truth, which means you are not good at processing and storing information in that giant head of yours.
read
Yeah,
your
sure.
website.
Sure, and they
So let me-
demonized me in these
What did he say about your website?
Sure, and they
So let me-
demonized me in these very hearings, and then he plays dumb.
I think it gets
He's not
worse.
playing
Oh no,
it.
it gets worse.
He's not
Alex touches him, and that's when it gets real.
It gets weird.
Infowars.com, you know what it is. Full well.
Does Google, does Facebook, does
That's why you
Twitter,
didn't get
do they
elected.
need to be
You're
regulated
snake-like.
like
That's why you didn't get elected, because you're snake-like.
do they need to be regulated?
Marco Rubio the snake.
Buddy, dude, that fake laugh is making you look worse than Alex. It is really difficult in these situations to look worse than Alex Jones. You look so much worse than him right now.
Marco Rubio looks like a cross between Peter Weller, who played RoboCop. He looks like a cross between RoboCop and who's the other guy? Nelson Van Alden from Boardwalk Empire. the prohibition agent.
This
Little frat
dumbass.
boy here.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I love Alex.
Did he call him a dumbass?
Yeah, because he called him a little frat boy over here. He's talking shit to Rubio too.
Yeah.
though.
So,
there's
they're,
a little-
they're Jabberjohn?
By the way, Rubio, dog, I tool on Alex. I make fun of him a lot. He'll fuck you up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alex would have fucked him. Look, all my money would be on Alex in that one.
Yeah. And I'm not like an Alex kiss ass.
Yeah.
Alex will fuck you up, dude.
Who are you?
Yeah,
Who's
sure.
this guy? I swear to God, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
better
who you
hope you
are,
can-
man.
You're such a I hate liars. I hate liars more than anything.
You're a liar.
You know who he is. You might hate him. You might fucking despise him. But he was on. You
But
couldn't
even
hit
if you
the-
despise him, have a funny come. Like again, Ted Cruz would have been like, "Oh, is Alex here? Does he have the documents?"
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Again, Alex would go, "You fucking stupid Cruz, fucking asshole." But he would have been owned. If it had been anyone else,
Danny Saint says, Marco Opie Rubio.
it really is though. He's like a fucking sitting at the kids' table.
Who even are you? Blocked.
Even if it was Trump would be like, Alex, not now.
Not now, Alex.
Not now. Get out. I'm not playing your shit right now, Alex.
I'm busy.
Stupid Trump, fucking jerk. But the who is this guy is never gonna work.
Deplatforming. Tens of millions of views.
Infowars.
Bigger than Rush Limbaugh.
Who's the other person saying?
Oh, nice eye roll. You paused on the eye roll.
Oh, there it is. Oh, God.
Who's
this guy?
Am I right? Oh, sorry. It's muscle memory. So he's just sucking off all these young Cubans down here in South Florida.
Usually, when a guy with a beard is that close to me, my tongue's down his throat.
What we're saying is,
I believe Rubio's a homosexual.
we believe
I can't confirm it,
that
though.
Rubio has been on the receiving end of a lot of kisses with a lot of gruff rubbing. A lot of that going on.
Yeah, you saying Rubio's been on the business end of a glory hole?
Saying he's been on both ends of a glory hole. Probably at the same time. He's probably been on one end of Jared Holt's glory hole.
He knows who Infowars is. Playing this joke over here. That's why.
Playing this joke over here. Now he's mad, and now it gets real.
Had the deplatforming didn't work.
Oh, right here. Right. Alex knew what he was doing, by the way.
Oh, no, of course. Of course he did. Alex is a button pusher.
Here it comes.
That's why had the deplatforming didn't work.
But here's the question.
The security pulled him away, too. Don't touch him. You saw that? You see them yank his hand? Don't touch him.
Touch me again, man. I'm asking you not to touch me.
Well, sure, I'll just pat it.
Or what? Like, the thing is, he has Rubio over a barrel, though. Because then if Rubio goes in fucking cold call, he's not going to.
Not gonna do that.
But if the
These guys
Secret Service, or whoever, it was not Secret Service. He doesn't
They'll
get
remove
secret.
him. They would just remove him. He's a little bitch. All these congressmen and these senators are
they're all
little
bitches. Yeah.
Hiding behind their wall of people.
I think Trey Gowdy would fight somebody.
Trey Gowdy would probably proactively fight
Yeah,
somebody.
he hit you.
You want to
first.
go outside, you son of a bitch?
Yeah.
What? No, I was just kidding, man. I don't, no, come on, let's go
Let's go,
outside,
man.
Alex. I've got 5 minutes. You know what, man? I had a light lunch.
Yeah.
And I'm back a little early. What do you say we go outside? No, I was just want to talk about deplatforming. I was having you were the one that wanted to get violent about it. That's fine. Sorry.
I know, but I don't
Trey
have
Gowdy is like the lawyer from It's Always Sunny. All right, so what time did you want to duel? Pulls a gun out of his trunk.
What's it?
I was thinking 12:30.
What do you
I
think?
can still catch Chick-fil-A on the way back.
Man, I don't know who you are.
It's not just
You're
going
not going to get.
You're lying. The lying. Oh, I'm sorry that I'm focusing on that, but I hate when they, dude.
He hates when politicians lie, bro.
Yeah, man.
Really
I'm just,
bothers
dude.
him.
It's crazy. That's why I'm an anarchist.
Get arrested, man. You're not going to get arrested. I'll take care of it myself.
Oh shit! You gonna throw them hands, Rubio? Rubio, let me tell you something. I'll fuck you up. You understand me? I will fuck you up. If you were like, let's go outside, I would beat your ass, dude. Don't talk tough to Alex. Don't talk tough to Alex.
Yeah,
Alex,
you're the little Cuban kid that went to private school in Coral Gables. No one wants to fucking hear you shit, Marco.
Alex is one of those guys is probably blowing rails in between takes of InfoWars and then doing sit-ups and then putting his dress shirt back on and going, go back to life! Right? You can see him doing those. What were the things, remember you throw your hands on the ground and then you kick your legs back and then you jump back up?
Burpees.
Yes. You can see him doing like 10 of those between each take and then come on. Let's go back to Rubio ain't going to take him.
Alex Jones takes his watch off before he fights.
Yes.
He does one of these. All right, hold my watch. Let's
Hang
go.
on, it's got 4 clasps.
Owen, hold this. Owen has to sit there like a kid holding his
No, he doesn't hold it. He takes it off of Alex. He reaches down. Owen's like, it's always it's easier to do it off on yourself, right? It's always easier on yourself. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Follow me up, Owen.
And where's your suit jacket?
Oh, he'll beat me up.
What are you doing, Alex? Like, what are you doing, man? He pushes the buttons so much.
You don't know who I am, but he's so mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to.
It's just.
But by the way, this is a tough one because I love seeing Rubio squirm. There's nothing more exciting to me than seeing Rubio squirm.
Silence
Well,
America.
but there are people.
You are literally like a little gangster thug.
There.
Okay, no, he's not. He's not that. He's a lot of things, but he's not
has
that.
to- Alex has to play up his.
Yeah, of course.
You saw the way he was threatening me. He was going to kill me. He said he was going to kill my family.
Oh, hold on. Alex is doing a super male vitality plug in between this.
There are people in this country.
Rubio just threatened to physically take care of me.
He did. He technically did.
Technically, he said
To
those
be
words.
fair to Alex, he's not a gangster, but he
No.
did say, I'll take care. To me personally, if I go like, fuck you, Royce, you little faggot, what are you going to do, get your security after me? And you go, I'll take care of it myself, dude.
Yeah.
There's an implication in that exchange.
It's the implication.
But seriously, there is an implication that he's going to physically take care of it
Yes.
himself. That's what you mean by that. Oh, I'm going to take care of it myself. Does not mean I'm going to make a phone call, get secure. No, that you're going to take care of it. So if I say, fuck you, I'm not getting out of this doorway, the fuck you going to do about it? The next step to handling it yourself is you getting me out of that doorway yourself, which is physical.
No, of course. Look, listen. But, dude, Rubio's never been in. You know when you could see a dude? I'm sure you know what I mean. When you could
never
see
been
a
in a
guy
fight.
and you know that they've never been in a fight. I will bet you any amount of money, and not just because of how he looks, because there's some dudes, preppy dudes that I've seen them dress preppy and like that.
They'll fuck
but
you up.
They'll fucking end your world.
I know
I've
some, too.
seen it in real life. I have seen dudes wearing fucking $2,000 suits that will fuck you up.
I've seen complete metrosexuals.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Fuck somebody up.
I know gay people in real life that will fuck your world up. This guy, he's a guy when you shake his hands, you go,
Yeah.
is that lotion?
Yeah, no, you're right. And it smells good, too.
Yeah, you're like,
It smells like lilacs, and you're like, the fuck is
why
that
do you
about?
smell like my wife, dude? What's going on? But he's never been in a fight.
No, he's been in a couple of fights, but they were all private school fights.
Oh, yeah, those
You know
don't
what I mean?
count,
Like
though.
private school fights don't count.
Come on, Tyler!
I was like 9-0 in private school, and then I went to public school. Boy, did my win-loss record suffer. It suffered
It's
greatly.
not a fucking... You're right. I went to private school up until
I was
ninth
fucking
grade.
niggas up in private school.
In 10th grade, then you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
this
I
guy's probably killed
I
somebody.
went in 7th grade, and from 7th to 9th, my win-loss record was like It was like watching a boxer who started getting on drugs. And you're like, man, he had a lot of promise. It's like, oh, now I got to start facing black guys? This isn't fair. It's like any other sport. Fighting in a cafeteria is a sport.
You don't want to fight in any school that has a metal detector.
That's what I mean. You're like, oh, man. Like, yeah, where they took the... Yeah, the school used to have metal cafeteria trays, but they took those away after the incident. And you're like, whoa, what incident?
What, you know.
Kids were breaking off pieces of the trays and using them as shanks. You're like, what fucking kind of school is
One
this?
of the kid went from being a valedictorian to now in the special ed class. He's been here for like 20 years.
Dude, first time I went to public school, and I was so used to winning fights, and I was like, the fuck did you say to me? And I got a big fight. I just got my ass kicked, and I was like, wow, public school kids can fight.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who...
It's like going from college baseball with a metal bat to go into the major leagues. You're like, oh, fuck this shit. This guy's throwing 120 mile per hour.
Is that what, I never even knew where they found baseball players other than Latino countries. I didn't know they went to college.
All the white ones went to like when there's like 4 or 5 good college baseball teams.
God, imagine being a scout for that. Imagine your job is to travel to colleges and watch baseball games. Fuck, that sounds horrible.
That sounds really bad.
Staying at an embassy suites so you could go see the...
No, I said the DoubleTree because they give me a cookie.
Yeah, I'm going to go see the Tuscaloosa Bammers. They're really good. To watch a bunch of white kids in Alabama play baseball in the middle of summer.
You know what
sounds great.
Funny, the minor league team in Albuquerque, their name is the Isotopes. They named it after the Simpsons. They're the Albuquerque. I swear to God, they had a vote, and everybody voted them to be the Albuquerque Isotopes.
That to me is... I don't like that, though, because you don't have any... You have no connection to the Simpsons.
Well, because that's the episode where they moved the Isotopes, the Springfield Isotopes moved to Albuquerque, and they had Southwestern ingredients.
All right, I'll allow it.
Yes.
I'll allow it. Barely. I still don't like it.
Those are Southwestern ingredients.
I still don't like it, but I'll allow it because it is an accurate reference at least.
Yeah, let's go back to this.
Look at
feel
that.
that they're being
We already got rid of our First Amendment.
silenced. They feel like
He tells you China's the problem, which it is, but they're...
He's taking over the camera.
He's the best.
China's a problem. Here's the other thing, too. They're censoring me. They put tranny porn on my phone.
So how do we have to act crazy? That's the problem, like with this, and then we'll get into Loomer.
Oh, we're getting into Loomer.
We'll get into Loomer again today, too. But do we have to be crazy to get trending on Twitter? Which, congrats, because they're both trending on
Twitter. Yeah, absolutely.
Congrats. You're both trending on Twitter today, so that's good. But do we have to be crazy to do that?
Yes.
I don't have the energy for that anymore. All right, I'll tell you, I'll make a deal. I'll burst in on any congressman. I'll say whatever. But somebody's got to get me drugs. I need the old confidence booster.
Got it.
I can't go in 35-year-old me, I'm all nerves now. I can't go in and yell at Rubio sober. I'd be like, what are you, nuts? Give me a little Adderall, something on the side, a little taste of the JMO. Then I'll show up and be like, yeah, well, why are we getting censored? Hey, frat boy, come on. You going to do something? Do something. I'll do that.
Are you wearing cufflinks, motherfucker?
What if I just go, because, look, let's be fair. We are not journalists.
No.
So why don't I just go full Hunter S. Thompson with it?
Kill yourself?
Well, eventually. It's the plan eventually. Okay. When in my own good time.
Down the road.
Yeah, not now. But if anyone thinks that I'm fucking courageous enough to stick around and wait for the world to claim me, oh God, no. No, I'm out early. As soon as they tell me, well, yeah, you've got kidney stones, and those are going to be painful to pee out, I'm done. I'm
Jesus
out.
Christ, kidney stones are not that big of a deal.
They're pretty bad when you're a guy.
No, I mean listen, I know but it's not. You don't kill yourself over kidney stones.
You remember the Louis C.K. bit? I only have enough courage to live an absolutely perfect life.
That's true.
I can't. I'm not brave enough. My life has to be optimal, or I'm going to kill myself. But no, seriously. So pull a Hunter S. Thompson in that
kidney stone.
Bust into one of these things. I'm out.
I'm just thinking to myself, something that's pretty common. Most people get. A lot of people get kidney stones. Like my dad's had them, and it hurts for a couple of days, but after that, you're fine. You're normal again. You're gonna go. Well, it seems you have the common cold. That's it. I'm done. Common cold.
Hung himself? Why? Yeah, they diagnosed him with HPV, and he just killed himself.
Everybody has it.
You're like, that's pretty extreme.
That's crazy.
I mean, the day he found out. Well, he went to.
Did you mean HIV? No, HPV with the P.
We clarified it to him at least 6 times. Yeah. And then he excused himself after dinner. It was really weird.
You're in the bathroom like the Boyos Hermano guy putting the heart things on your chest.
But listen, no, what I mean by Hunter S. Thompson thing is to get out of control on drugs, bent out of shape on drugs, and disrupt one of these events.
Right.
That would be more fun. Dressed flamboyantly on drugs and just go and distract Marco Rubio. Just like, because I can't be out. What about censorship? What about Vince from the Red Elephants? He's a great American hero. Patriotism. Globalism. I don't look. At the end of the day, I only care so much about that shit. I would like to go and do the thing where, like, let's say you go stand there with a recorder and Marco Rubio's being interviewed, and you just start talking every time he starts talking and saying what he's saying. That's what I would do. Just high off my ass on cocaine and just go, well, I feel like, I think that the censorship.
The censorship is see what's happening is in Washington.
Go ahead.
Well, in Washington, D.C.,
the censors are. Again, it would be one of those things that would go
At that
viral.
point, you'd have to punch somebody.
You fucking dick. Why did you? I don't know. I thought it was funny. And then that way they can't even get you on the.
No.
He was nasty or anti-Semitic or he said something racist. No, I really do. I think that this is censorship too. Can somebody get him out of here?
Taking our free speech right now.
Social media platforms.
He's
Facebook,
getting tired of
Twitter. Do you believe?
By the way, guy, you're going to be in fucking Senate hearings and you can't comb the back of your hair. The guy behind him. Look at the guy behind him. Dude, come on, man. Comb your hair, dude.
Twitter. Do you believe that these platforms?
He's the
need
guy.
to be
He's
regulated
the
like
one
public
has a
utility?
fucking history.
Yeah.
He's like the guy from House of Cards shooting syringes of fucking liquor in his mouth.
He's following Alex Jones in an unmarked vehicle the rest of the day.
I hated that part of House of Cards. Stop being a faggot.
Just drink, fag.
Just drink and get to work on time.
And
like
by
a
the
normal
way,
person.
how much did the Apple geniuses hate him? He was breaking all of his stuff. He broke 2 iPhones, 3 laptops every time he was mad.
Who loved him was the Apple shareholders.
That's a good point.
And how do you go about doing that?
Well, I prefer not to. I prefer competition take care of that. But obviously.
Oh, free market cuck over here. Oh, competition's good.
Yes, private market, free company, bro, private company.
Is taxation theft?
Taxation theft statist.
What's the thing you always quote?
Roads are for fags.
Jesus. Another Revenge of the Cis shirt idea. Roads are for fags.
Statist.
Obviously, we're going to watch closely to make sure that these tools that are being used. I mean, one thing is to say we're going to go after foreign interference designed to sow instability.
But it's already going on here.
And
He's not wrong though.
I know, but he's so good. Look, we beat up Alex when he deserves it, but he's so good at needling.
the other thing is to
The
say we're
Democrats
going to
are
go after
raping the
free
Republicans.
speech. Because at some point, someone
The
has to make a
Democrats are raping
determination. What's the
InfoWars.
difference between
Raping?
misinformation from
said
abroad
raping.
and differences of opinion?
He said their Democrats are raping InfoWars. He said rape.
On a pinball machine like Jodie Foster.
The Democrats are sexually violating InfoWars.
Oh, and give me a tissue.
Was that you in that picture, the shirtless guy at the gay club? Was that you, Marco?
Mark, comment.
Yeah,
United
and that's
States. It's a
happening
very
here.
fine line, and that's something we need to be careful about. We don't overreach in that direction.
But then he doesn't know
so
about
these
InfoWars being
companies
Who even are you?
He doesn't know
have
about
to
the
be
top
very
of the story in the
careful about
country.
how they, not just how they apply that within the United States,
InfoWars
but they don't.
You know how much money I would give to be at home that day when he walks in and his wife's there and he's like, you know what, fucking Alex Jones come and screamed at me and I almost punched him, but what was I going to do? I can't hit him.
Pretended not to know who he was, honey.
Yeah, you shouldn't have told you.
That.
Are you going to go out with your friend again tonight?
Are you gonna go to the movies alone again?
Yeah. Are you getting one of those massages, huh, for being stressed out?
Man, your neck is a mess, huh?
How come your massage place is open 24 hours? That's weird. The place Massage Envy that I go to closes it. So you know what? Look, you're gay, honey. I don't care.
Massage Envy's getting in just as much trouble now.
Yeah, well,
Don't run a fucking. By the way, don't run a corporate chain of massage joints. You're gonna go out of business.
That's a good point.
You're gonna get sexual harassment. Just don't run. If you're not a doctor, don't run a chain of things where people touch your body. It's just gonna end badly.
become agents of authoritarian regimes abroad to crack down on free speech, because there's a balance.
He's such a dick.
He's really beautifully annoying. How do you not love Alex?
Between what is free speech and what people disagree on.
Poor
During the
Rubio.
hearing.
Did he just say poor Rubio?
He certainly did.
Yeah, man, I gotta go to the committee.
Exactly.
You guys can talk to this clown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got him. You guys can talk to this clown. You know what? And of course, we could all have our criticisms of Trump, but in this age of Trump, this corny, like this is old school cornball politician shit. You know what I mean? This was old school, like corny, like you could talk to this knucklehead over here. It's like, you're such a cornball, fucking Rubio.
Yeah, and he's not even good at like he can't even come off likable. Like
No.
Trump has edge. This guy doesn't have any edge. He's just a dick, and he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. He's just a little shit. I hate.
He's
Rubio.
like Ben Shapiro telling a joke. It doesn't work.
Rubio. I can't wait till you're a fucking private citizen again, dog. I seriously hope I run into Marco Rubio when he's a private citizen.
You gonna have a talk with him?
I'm not going to touch you. Let me establish that.
Good.
I'm not going to put you in any sort of harm's way. But you will be a private citizen, and I will ruin any meal I ever see you enjoying as a private citizen. I will harass you, because harassment will get pled down to a misdemeanor.
That's true.
But I won't touch you.
Good.
Would never touch a man or his family or anything like that. But I will literally ruin any meal I see you at.
I think that was the.
I'd throw food at him at a restaurant if I saw him. Is that assault?
No, you can't. That would actually be assault. You can't throw food. You can't.
But there's no way that it would be. It doesn't matter. I'd still throw food at him because you could plea that down. That's still a plea down.
Air horn.
Air horn too close, you get you for assault.
You can't do that close. No, I'm not. Don't do it in his ear.
Then I'm ruining everybody's meal.
Okay.
I want to throw food at him because again,
water gun.
It's still assault. You're still touching him.
Are you though? Or is it just the water though? Okay.
It's
Well,
just the
everything's
food. It's
assault.
just the food touching him. The thing is, though, the key is if I were to just take like a handful of food and fling it at Marco Rubio, but not really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd get arrested maybe for assault or battery, but there's no way a judge would allow me to have a felonious assault charge for throwing a fistful of food at somebody.
true.
They would be like, get him a
Well, it depends on the food.
misdemeanor battery.
I guess it depends. If it's like mashed potatoes, you're fine, but you can't be throwing a fucking unripe avocado at his head. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it would be messy food, not like hurtful food.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be good food
fucking
either.
pineapple.
Yeah, nor would I be wasting good food like a steak, because I feel like you would want to put somebody away
Right.
to spite them. Like you wasted a good steak.
Don't do that. Egg?
You wasted a good steak.
An egg.
on a shitty
Egg's not going to hurt an egg. Egg is classic. Tomatoes.
egg. Why do we get so many downvotes today? We got some real fucking weirdos.
Yeah, there's people that get mad.
But I think it's like one person.
Yeah, I know.
There's
There's
like
people
one or
that,
two weirdos.
that make alt accounts and they get angry. Look, Mike, there's so many people that we're pissing off. You're pissing off a bunch of people at night. I'm pissing off a bunch of people
what's
during the
happening.
day.
I'm not pissing anybody off. I've been a gentleman.
No, you haven't. You've been pissing
What are you
off a lot
talking
of
about?
people. You've been fighting with people all the time.
I've been very nice to all of these people. They come after us for no reason at all.
I don't think that's true.
They pick on us. They flag us. It's not cool, bro.
I started a fake radio war this morning. Okay, guys, we have to go to break.
We did that with fucking Vamp Candy.
I did that with Monsters in the Morning.
We at Nightwave, we blame everything on Tonka Saw's girlfriend.
That's good.
And it's every time, like, we could start fucking with people. Yeah, Vamp Candy sent us, you fucking faggots. It's like, who is Vamp Candy? And then they go to the chat, and she's like, I'm not streaming. I don't know who's doing this. Guys, we'll be back.
RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. That's the best way to get to hook us up. Buy our T-shirts. Teespring. Just go to RevengeOfTheSys.com. Hit the shop. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sys.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mercer are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
Make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
If we want to make money, we need to honor ancient Irish traditions, like serving an irresponsible amount of booze to people who are genetically predisposed to having alcohol problems. You see, St. Patrick started that tradition, and that's why we celebrate him today.
Yeah, no, that's not what he did. No, he played the flute for some kids, and then he lured them into a cave somewhere, and he diddled them.
Now, you got him mixed up with the Pied Piper.
Right.
St. Patrick didn't play the flute. He drove the kids out of Ireland. And then he molested them.
No. If St. Patrick molested kids, he would be regarded as a scoundrel.
No. I feel like in the olden days of the Catholic Church, pedophiles were regarded as heroes.
All right. Look, guys, St. Patrick didn't do any of that shit, okay? He drove the snakes out of Ireland.
I don't know about all this. I kind of want to just do the traditional thing of like sticking around the bar and trying to catch the leprechaun.
No. The leprechaun thing again.
Stop, guys! I'm going to catch him. I'm like this close.
You're not going to catch him because he doesn't exist.
Please, dude. You know what? I don't even know if I've set up my glue traps for him yet.
Charlie, enough with the leprechaun. Okay, wait. I mean, can you believe him? Who cares?
Stupid.
Look, I'm trying to. You know what? Actually, I might want to get myself a flute.
I was thinking
We've been talking. You were?
I was thinking the same thing.
Because I feel like it's
I know we're kind of old.
Go get a flute. Go get a flute. Yeah. Go get a flute. Everybody, go get a flute.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Remember, last full show of the week will be going up to Washington, D.C. tomorrow. But make sure you are watching, you're subscribing, that is, on the Revenge of the Sis channel on YouTube. I'm sure we're going to be doing some live streams from there. Twitch.tv/Nightwave Radio to catch Mike when he does his live stream.
I think I'm going to sneak back over on YouTube now. I got a new phone number.
Ah, okay. But don't tell him. Then Hazel's going to tell on us, our YouTube representative.
Hey, Hazel, baby. Hey.
Oh, don't
Hey,
do that.
sweetie.
Don't condescend her.
Sweetie, listen.
Are you
Baby
condescending, Hazel?
Hazel, baby girl, listen. Don't fuck our shit up. You wanna fuck our shit up Monday?
Yeah.
Fuck our shit up Monday. Just let it get the DC thing done. All right, baby? All right, thank you.
Speaking of someone that's going to be in D.C., here's Laura Loomer disrupting Jack Dorsey from Twitter's hearing.
Fucking Loomer. Just doesn't fucking stop.
Friend of the show, Laura Loomer.
Order. We'll have order in the hearing room, or you'll be asked to leave. Ma'am, if you'll please take a seat, or we'll have
her first time.
Yeah,
being
no,
asked
this
to
is
leave the place, so it's fine.
to have you. Then you'll need to
President
relieve.
Donald Trump, help us. Please help us, Mr. President, before it is too late, because Jack Dorsey is trying to influence the election, to sway the election.
What's she saying? I can't understand her.
What? Hey,
What's she saying?
What did she say? What is this Twitter anyway? Who's this Jack Dorsey?
Is this about birds? A bird sanctuary?
What?
Steal the election. That is why
What's
he
she-
is censoring and shadow.
Very Semitic in this video, by the way.
How about it in 12 and a half, 15, 7 and a half?
Okay, somebody.
All right. So,
Look, somebody.
no, that's somebody in the house doing that.
No.
Yeah.
That is why
What's
he is
she-
censoring and shadow banning.
How about it in 12 and a half, 15, 7 and a half, $20, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 30. Yep, $30 down here, 2 and a half, 5, 35, 7 and a half, 40. Yep,
No, they're laughing.
$40, 2 and a half, 5, 5, 45, 7 and a half, 50.
They're
That's
laughing.
$50 down here,
That's
2
really somebody in the. Oh, stop, dude! That's great. You got to admit.
Who's doing
I don't
that?
know. This just happened right before the show.
Officer, will you escort this young lady out, please? Yep, 2 and a half now, 5, 65, 7 and a half, 70. What? 2 and a half now, 5, 75, 7 and a half, $80 to 5, 85, 90. $100 on it, and a
No,
quarter,
there's
1.
no way. Somebody piped at it. Somebody
You
added
thi-
that.
well, I-
Somebody
we'll
added
see.
that to the video.
I don't think
1
so.
and a quarter, 1 half, and about 2, 2 and a quarter. Yep, 2 and a half, and about 3, able to bomb 300. Yep, 3 and a quarter. Cut.
Yeah, see, look, there he is.
3 and a quarter now, half, 3 and a half.
Told you it wasn't piped in.
Why is he doing that?
Because he's a genius.
And then, look. Look.
Look, you got to admit he just out Loomered Loomer. You got to admit that was a good move.
Think
5.5, 4, 4.5. We got a 5. We got 5.60. 4, 4. It's a slave auction.
I can't imagine she's very happy.
At what, this?
Yep, 3 and a quarter. Cut 3 and a quarter now,
Now,
half,
to left now, 45 and a 60. Left to 88, 95. It's sold to the Jewish girl in the blue dress in the back. And
quarter now, half, 3 and a half. 75, 400. Yeah, but a 4, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. We're selling the cell phone there. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Hit 4 and a half, 475, 505, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. I yield back.
Look.
Who was that?
I'm trying to see. It was someone will tell us in the chat. It was a very creative way of handling somebody like that, right? You got to give him credit.
That's very creative.
5, 400. Yeah, but a 4.
He is a fucking weirdo. Why would you do that? Of all things. And why is he so...
He's good at it. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
Why is he so good at it? Is this what your job was before this? You just did the dog track?
Auctioneer, yeah.
Were you an auctioneer guy?
From Missouri. It says Long from Missouri.
4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. We're selling the cell phone there. 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. Hit 4 and a half. We're 75. 505, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half. I yield back.
Oof. Now, why is it when Democrats do this horse shit, though, they're always treated so seriously? Like, seriously, it's a good point. Why is, like, when Linda Sarsour does it, or those handmaiden whores fucking disrupt the Kavanaugh thing, everybody's like, oh, just treat those women seriously.
My rep, Billy Long. Representative Billy Long. Let's see where. Let me pull. I need to know more about Representative Billy Long.
Yeah, I don't think that went the way Homegirl planned. I'd be furious.
Billy Long, U.S. Representative of Missouri, 7th Congressional District of Missouri. What is his... Let's see what his political leaning is. He's a Republican. That's the end of it.
Why do people like Linda Sarsour don't get the heckling?
Because, well, number one, this is the House. And the House seems to be a little bit more loose.
Yeah, compared to the Senate, the House do act like a bunch of N-words.
No, but it's not.
No, they do.
Nincompoops. He meant nincompoops.
Yeah, nincompoops. No, that's what I meant. What did you think I meant?
I can't do it. This thing. You know what, man? A few years ago, that joke would have been a good joke. But you can't do it anymore.
But it's true. Congress is a little trashy.
Yeah, it is. Congress is not.
Yeah. You should try that shit in the Senate, Laura.
Yeah.
You should try to fuck with Rubio.
The Senate.
That would have.
The Senate is the Marriott, and this thing is like the Courtyard Marriott.
Yeah,
you know,
this one's near an airport.
You're like, the planes are taking off over it.
Yeah, you can literally smell Waffle House from your hotel room. Yeah. That's how close there was one. What you should have done, Looms, was get in touch with Alex.
Mm-hmm. Coordinate.
And they could have gotten Rubio from two sides
Flank him.
in a pincer attack.
Oh, I love that.
That would have been awesome. Been like, all right, you can start here with these knuckleheads.
Mike.
Or maybe Rubio would have came up with a better on-the-fly comeback. Would have been like, hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get going. Why don't you stand here with Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here, huh? I'm not even bothering to run for re-election. That's how despised I am.
Thing 1 and thing 2 over here messing with me. All right. You sent me this yesterday. This happened right. This happened right as the show was ending. 2 Catholic priests were caught having sex in South Beach.
Oh boy.
Today, 2 priests caught laying hands on each other, but it was an act that landed both men behind bars.
Was that a joke?
It certainly was.
That was a joke? I don't like black guy who sounds white.
It was an act that landed both men behind bars.
Police say it happened in broad daylight in a parked car on Ocean Drive. Local 10 News reporter Andrew...
He's a dude that if you only were to talk to him on the phone, then you meet him in person, you would never think he was the person at the restaurant you were looking for.
He doesn't even sound like a black guy.
It's not that guy. It's the black guy. Who is this? Who's the guy?
Wait, shit, you were a black guy?
Yeah, whoo! I didn't know that.
Talking to you for months on the phone.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Andrew Perez is live on Miami Beach with the details. Andrew.
Police saying that the real problem
I like
here...
how that music just cut. What
They're
was that
not
about?
local news, man.
What was
Look.
that about? Like, look, again, I'm not saying... Like, this show always looks and sounds good.
Yeah.
But to compare, what we do on Streamlabs, what I do, like Nightwave on Streamlabs, it's certainly not a good-looking or sounding show. But the glaring things that, like, local news does,
It's
I'm like,
bad.
you're on television. I wouldn't have allowed that on Nightwave. We would have had some fading music or something. Like, what the fuck?
Have you heard of FM lately?
Is it that bad? Is there a lot of dead air? Please tell me this.
It's the dead air is bad, but I was watching the Monsters in the Morning thing, and they had a banner up over a bigger show that's on it, and they had to take it. I saw them on the camera had to take it down, and fold it up, and put it away. It was the most dude. It's embarrassing.
Wait,
they have a studio, right?
But why don't they just get a green screen And then they could have the logo digitally.
They've been around for 20 years and have no idea how to use anything.
Or, you know what? I'm sorry. You're right. Let's suppose they couldn't even get a green screen. Hear me out on this.
Okay.
They could use their software, whatever they use.
Yeah, yeah.
Podcast. Just overlay a logo.
No.
I
They
do
took
that.
down from poster.
I do that in here in this with a laptop.
Poster World, and he folded it down and put it away.
Again, you just put the.
No.
I even have the cartoon merch. I just have the cartoon merch now.
Yeah.
And it's there just in case I need to watermark something I'm doing.
Of course.
And then there's just a little merch.
Stand there.
I don't work for FM radio. I don't have Clear Channel's money.
iHeartRadio, sir. It's modernized. It's called iHeartRadio now. Anyway, local TV, as we were pointing out,
is just as bad though.
It might be worse. Local TV is now is I've always said local news is the internet for old people.
Can you play it again though?
Of course.
Where the music, the feed with playing the music, but then they cut to the guy and it just cuts the music.
Reporter Andrew Perez is live on Miami Beach with the details. Andrew.
They didn't even fade it out.
They just play it's enough. Because they know.
Police saying that
the problem is when they switched to Andrew here, they decided to pull from just his audio source.
Yep, you're right.
So they stopped the feed completely instead of, like you said, fading it or transitioning it. You know what I mean? Of fading it over to the other channel. Just hit stop. Just jam on the brakes. Fuck them.
Police saying that the real problem here is where this
They're
happened.
like, fuck it. You know what? Nobody in South Florida watches the news in English anymore anyway, right?
No.
Who gives a shit?
Who cares?
That the real problem.
They're all watching the other station where there's another guy just a little bit darker standing 5 feet from him with the same background going, better ass looking on us. They're just going off.
And the
about
weather
same
girl
thing.
looks like a slut.
Just beautiful. Like outrageously attractive.
And you're like, why are you a weather person?
You know what I noticed about Latino women the other day? Even their hips, like their entire reproductive area down there, is contoured like a 50s sports car. Like they were built.
Like a Chevy Bel Air.
They're built to breed with. It's the weird, like, I saw the picture of this Latino girl the other day with like the tight jeans on and like a belly shirt. And I'm like, her entire system is contoured downward to where it's just like, if you tongue kiss that bitch, a baby's going to pop out like a soda machine.
Here is where this happened, how this all happened. Both of these men at this hour, they remain in jail. It's broad daylight in Miami Beach around 3:30 p.m. Authorities get a call about two men performing sex acts in this car.
Punch buggy.
Police show up. There's no window tinting. Whatever's happening is pretty much on display for all to see.
Our officer was...
So they were... Okay, so it's not even like... When I heard this story, I thought they were like in a back alley somewhere and somebody caught them, but they're in an untinted Volkswagen Bug having sex in daylight in South Beach.
Was able to observe the act. In fact, to get their attention, he had to knock on the window.
Well, they were arrested and come to learn they're both priests from out of town.
Hey, at least there was no kid in the car. We're making progress.
Good point.
Were
This is
arrested
better.
and come to learn they're both priests from out of town.
Where are you from, sir? You know what's going to happen, right? These two guys are going to probably be disgraced in the Catholic Church. That's the irony of it.
Yeah.
They're going to make examples of these two. These two.
Not the kid
degenerates.
fuckers?
Well, you know. That kind of stuff is complicated, but these these two scum
not complicated.
fucks. You don't get on the news getting arrested, making a whole public show of it. We'll make an example of them. Not
Where
the
are you
kid
from,
dealers,
sir?
though.
I came from Chicago, and I'm from Colombia.
Edwin Geraldo Cortez appeared in court using an interpreter. Diego Barrio was also arrested. Both men charged with lewd and lascivious behavior.
Well, they were on that dating site, priestonly.com.
You couldn't get it, like, even a shitty room.
No.
A shitty room is not expensive. I used to live in South Florida, so did he. Now, of course, it's not going to be South Beach, but...
You get a room, yeah.
But, like, if you want to... Look, if I wanted to fuck somebody, anybody, male, female, whatever, if I decided you're the person I'm going to fuck tonight, in a car in broad daylight. Get a room.
This isn't high school. This isn't high school, yeah.
Get a room. You get a bucket of ice. You can get a little booze. You can get a smoking room sometimes in a shittier motel. And you can fuck, like, I mean, really get into it and fuck. And not have to worry about anything else. Like, it just, to me, I don't understand. This is degeneracy. This is voyeurism. This was like, oh, it's fucking a car. Ah. What is it about the Catholic Church, the priesthood, that attracts such fucking scumbags?
They found each other on privateconfessions.com, Frozen Nation says.
This is the actual car where these priests were found. And then take a look at where all of this
Notice he
happened.
stepped back a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, ew. I won't touch it.
I mean, this is the world famous Ocean Drive. Right near that car.
Fucking world famous. I was just in South Beach. Again, it is the darkest it's ever been in the history of the world.
Well, you were there at night. If you go during the day,
no, I don't.
The sun is out, and then
it's still dark during the daytime there.
Is maybe
You're
Mr.
make me
Burns
say
blocked
it.
out the sun?
A lot of black people.
Oh, ew. See, but I made you say it, but then I took all the heat off you. There you go.
A children's playground.
It's definitely shocking.
Parents.
It's definitely shocking, okay? I bring my kid here and he's like, yo, bro, don't take your penis out in the VW bug, okay, bro?
Nearby reacting, saying that wasn't the time.
All right, how old is she and how many kids does she think she has?
22. That's the number of kids. And ages. And 19.
Yeah, she's definitely like one of those young moms.
Yeah.
Place. The entire incident, according to the report, was also caught on police body cam.
Even if it's for adults seeing them, I mean, it's just quite shocking.
Shocking. It's quite shocking, bro. Literally, bro.
Yes.
Like, I'm walking here
I'd
and it's
still fuck her.
shocking. Of course, I know you would. And then you should probably, like you said earlier, immediately get pregnant. Immediately get pregnant.
By the way, it's triplets.
Fuck! God damn it!
I know, I couldn't help myself. You guys really are built.
Do it on purpose.
To just carpet bomb the planet with babies.
So the Archbishop of Chicago releasing a statement saying in part, quote, Archbishop...
Oh my God, they just shot me. Jesus Christ, I've just been shot.
Oh wait, that was a different statement.
Sorry.
That was a statement from, quote, literally everyone else in Chicago.
Archbishop of Chicago.
Oh good, see, they got rid of him. Thank God they got rid of this prick. You didn't want to
Look, the audio. Look. They kept it too. Look at the audio cut off. This wasn't me. Watch.
Archbishop of Chicago.
Look at. Now watch.
Okay, we apologize for that, and he went on to say that the Archdiocese of Chicago.
Wouldn't you be mad?
I would be furious.
Do you remember the glory days of broadcasting?
Yeah.
When you'd have a guy in there like a Ron Burgundy with a scotch, and he'd have his nice $2,000 suit, and he would do the news. And when these things rarely happened in New York, you'd hear a fucking anchor having a meltdown
Of course.
on people. And then it wouldn't happen again for a long time.
Releasing a statement saying in part,
You could tell because of the thing that happened before in this. It's new audio guy. That's new audio guy there, guaranteed.
You know what's funny too? And again, I've been researching this because coming next week when we come back from DC, I'll be doing a whole week of 9/11 stuff on Nightwave. It's
I have
gonna
to
be
catch it. I don't know what that's about.
Really fun and upbeat coverage. But I've been watching, and I've been poring over the old videos, especially since so much stuff came out recently. But watching the difference in coverage that day. Because if I remember correctly, I think I was watching NBC. NBC had terrible coverage that day. Everybody was flipping back and forth. But eventually everyone ended up over on CBS because the thing on top of the towers, everyone used that tower to broadcast from,
Right.
except CBS was the cheap company that's like, we like it on the Empire State, but the only one that can. So anyway, long story short, it was the same thing. NBC had a meltdown that day because they were so used to just sports and morning stuff and Katie Couric and people eating pie in the morning and Regis Philbin. It was just a shit show, dude. When Bryant Gumbel had to come in and cover 9/11, nothing worked, and it was hilarious. I like watching how fucking CBS was just this old school network. They were on it, and they were just, we've got a construction worker live from the 92nd floor, and it would be a real guy. And it was all. You go back to NBC. Let's go to line 4. We've got Lenny here. He's down there. He's a firefighter. Hello. Hello?
Baba Booey. Baba
Lenny,
Booey.
Are you there? Well, we don't seem to have Lenny. Let's go to this camera angle here, which you can see clearly now. There's a firefighter's crane in front of the camera blocking the entire view. So let's not go. Let's go back to the phones. Hello? Hello? There's nobody there. It's like an hour of that. That's what this reminds me of. It's like, dude, get your shit. But you, like, wouldn't you be furious? There'd be footage of one of us off mic going, you get this fucking thing working. I don't care how you do it.
Quote, Archbishop of Chicago.
Where's the Bill O'Reilly? Fucking thing
Okay,
sucks.
we apologize for that, and he went on to say that the Archdiocese of Chicago will find them their roles effective immediately, withdrawn their faculties to minister. Archdiocese representatives have been in contact with Father Cortez, home diocese.
So here's the thing, right? Like, you guys like when people fuck kids, right? Like this.
It has to be.
I don't want it to be that, right? But I need to come up with a logical answer as to why you're acting the way you act. And I can't arrive to any conclusion other than you guys are pro-baby fucking. Did I get that right?
Comment?
Because there's no other... Again, there's other things that people can do in life. Like, this should be the other way around. The kid fuckers should be removed and destroyed and ostracized and all that. These two should be the ones the Catholic Church go, look, man, the two guys, the oath of celibacy, it's hard to keep up sometimes. They made a mistake.
Right.
We're going to try to, they're still going to be removed for now. They're in no position to be running an archdiocese, but we're not going to just toss them aside. It's really weird to me. There's no excuse for you guys to always with the kid fuckers. Well, what'd you do with that other guy? He raped 14 young boys. Well, we made him a cardinal. Because why would you make him a cardinal? He raped young boys. Because there was a
I guess 10 more to become bishop, and so we had to
we needed a cardinal. We needed to fill the role. What do you want? So we pulled from the priests.
How am I going to find one that doesn't fuck kids? What am I, a
luck.
miracle worker? All right.
Kind of like the old South Florida police forces in the 80s, where there was just so much corruption that they were
Dude,
like,
it was bad.
Well, what do you want us to do about it?
Sorry.
You know, we're lucky to catch a murderer once in a while and write a couple tickets.
Don't steal his cocaine. I don't know what you want me to tell you here, bro.
The entire if you look at Miami, you go, it's a beautiful city. It was literally built in the course of 8 years, all on drug money.
Our friend is all over the media. She's all over the place because she's just physically everywhere. Tess Holliday was on Megyn Kelly today, and it was a good interview.
So Tess Holliday is not only a plus-size model, mother, and author.
And get this, spoiler alert, we're all inside of her right now.
She's also been named one of Time's most influential people on the internet. We're going to speak with her live in a minute.
Didn't they mean heaviest?
But first.
So how badly?
Does she need guests?
No. How badly does NBC regret this transaction?
Oh, they lost big time.
Is she the Ryan Leaf of broadcast television?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, she's up there, right?
Well,
who's worse? Who was a bigger bust?
Rick Sanchez, that was on CNN.
He was, but he wasn't hyped like her. She was hyped
you're
like
right,
the
you're
second
right,
coming.
you're right.
Rick Sanchez was a big disaster, but we're talking first round draft, first pick of the draft. She was one of those first picks of the draft that turned out to be a fucking disaster. Nobody likes this woman, and they paid a lot of money for her. And guess what? They're stuck with her. They're stuck paying her. So it's weird. I don't know, man. Plus, she's aging rapidly, right?
She's aging like an organic avocado.
She's aging like a president.
Yeah.
Or a white
Watch
woman.
Mississippi-born Tess Holliday made history as the largest plus-size model to be signed with a major agency.
That's not sexy. That's not healthy. That shouldn't be celebrated. I like a thick girl. Big booty and a pretty face is not, you don't got to be in great shape to date me. But this is disgusting, right? We can agree.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that? This is like, I fucking don't care. I'll be a blimp.
Featured in magazines like Marie Claire, Glamour, and Cosmo.
And Eclair Weekly.
Eclair. Mayor Eclair.
Yeah,
That's
Mayor
it.
Eclair
Mary
Weekly.
Eclair.
Weekly.
And appearing in ads for Dermalogica and JCPenney.
And food.
What was she? The fucking building?
Holiday is a social media star with more than 1.6 million
pounds. Oh, sorry, followers.
You know what she is? She reminds me of like an evil Vault Tech experiment. We're going to put a bunch of starving Africans in there, right? We're going to barely feed them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make them share all their food with Tess Holiday.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
And you're just like, that's mean. Yeah. And all these poor kids have to watch her eat.
Boba Fett has a clam out of her mouth.
Followers on Instagram and over 1.7 million on Facebook. This mother of two is now at the
Yeah, but pound for pound, I have more followers. What?
Let's see the tail of the tape.
Yeah, I'm going to add a qualifier. You know what I'd say? Pound for pound, I got a better social media following than you. Remember when they were saying that to boxers? Well, pound for pound, he's the greatest boxer. Yeah, I get it, but he's 92 pounds. So who's he fighting?
Mike Tyson.
He's fighting praying mantises. Sorry.
And he has a 1-1 record.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
1.7 million on Facebook. This mother of two is now at the forefront of the body positive movement after years of intense bullying about her size. Writing openly about her
Who would
struggles.
bully you?
I don't know. I have no idea.
In her book,
Gravity.
The not so subtle art of being a fat girl. And now Holiday is gracing the cover of Self's first digital issue.
Yeah, because she couldn't fit on the magazine.
Yeah, the cover is a terabyte.
Oh, fuck. I downloaded the picture. My Dropbox is full.
Reminding people why her weight is no one's business but her own.
No, whoa. You fucking fat piece of shit. You made it our business. You make it our business.
You're celebrated because of your size, and then it's nobody's business? You understand the only reason you're on Megyn Kelly is because of your size.
It's not because she's fat. And again, I know I'm hard on you ladies. It's because she's a woman. Seriously, this is more women think. Women think this way. I'm going to make a living being the most famous fat piece of shit ever. Also, my weight's none of your business, sweaty. Like,
and she also is bipolar.
No, but that's women are the fucking worst human beings to ever exist on this planet. Like, I feel like when God created Adam, right? This is a whole loophole system, right? God could have just told Adam, you could jerk off, right? Problem solved. Be one dude living in a garden to this day, like, soaking his feet in the lake once in a while. Like, today's been a kind of a boring day. This is nice, though. Year 1 million. This is dope. But he didn't know that. And he was like, I got a woman in here. And then the woman was like, I bet this son of a bitch is hiding things from us. And then the woman got everybody in trouble. And then we found out all about original sin. And then retroactively we figured out, I never even needed this hoe. I could have just been whacking my pecker this whole time. Now I'm fucking disgraced. I'm banned from heaven. And I have this fucking yammering bitch in my ear. And I know at some point I'm going to have to let her vote. And then she's going to ruin everything. And then she's going to get fat and then tell me it's none of my business.
I wish Cain would have killed me and not Abel.
This really didn't work out. You could have told me I could have masturbated, you son of a bitch. It's just all mad.
And Tess Holiday is here with us now.
She must look horrendous without that makeup. I'm not talking about fat either. She just looks horrendous anyway. But Megyn Kelly must look fucking awful without that makeup on.
What kind of load-bearing chair is she on, by the way?
Dude, that's not a regular chair.
No, it's look okay, by the way, Megyn Kelly and Tess are...
Oh, God, that's a they had to... Oh, yeah. God, it's a special chair. That's a special chair.
It's
made a fat person chair.
Dude.
What do you think the significance of this cover is?
You know, everybody keeps asking me that, and I don't think that I've fully processed it. I was quite
She
emotional.
even sounds fat.
Yeah.
Look, people have this like, there you go. Everything's resting on the back of everything. She sounds like that. Fat people are gross.
Does she have a septum piercing too?
Sad, but seeing it come out and getting all of the feedback from some of my very
I don't
critical
know. It could be, and she's just so big.
friends, and they're saying, like, you have no idea how much this means. I think it's kind of...
She's also not very interesting. It's not. She's just.
I hate people that like
yeah.
talk like this and then like say like a lot, and they don't really have like.
The thing is,
anything
she's
to
fat
say.
and stupid. She's not even redeeming in
There's
any way.
nothing about her.
You know
that
what I
is-
mean, though? Like,
there's
she's
nothing
not like.
about her that's.
It's not redeeming.
And again, I'm not saying, oh, you're fat and ugly. Look, there have been covers. Remember, like, you've seen covers of magazines where, like, somebody poses, like, semi-nude and pregnant.
Right.
Right? And it'll be like, you know, and that's like, that is the human body in not its most flattering form, let's be honest.
Right.
But that's beautiful. That's like a child in life and a potential family. And there's so much behind that. But, like, when you're just like, hey, I'm a fat pig. Why is that good?
starting to sink in. But Self Magazine set the precedence. They basically have like lit everybody else their heels on fire and said like, you guys need to wake up. So
they don't. Nobody needs this. Is this idea that people need to do anything for you. You need to maybe conduct yourself a little better, a little diet and exercise.
Really exciting.
I feel like the real progress will be made when this is no big deal.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to be interesting to see like when,
The
when it's not.
irony of getting Megyn Kelly to interview this bitch too.
But the other
a
thing
woman
is
who probably goes and does cardio twice a day.
And Megyn Kelly probably eats 500 calories a day too, like just to keep. So
Megyn Kelly's the kind of bitch that breaks a rice cake in half.
Yeah.
And goes like, yeah, it's like 80 calories. I can only have the 40. And you're like, just fucking eat a whole rice cake. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's one of those people that keeps talking about her Fitbit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Megyn Kelly is so bony, I bet it hurts having sex with her. Seriously, it's not even a joke.
Yeah, she really is skinny.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to be interesting to see like when, when it's not in the press to see how people follow. But the good thing is I'm not going anywhere. So I plan
Well, you
to
will when you die of heart disease. I'm going to guess before you are 45.
That's your guess?
more of this.
You really are a trailblazer, though. You're one of the first.
In that everywhere you go, there's literally wreckage behind you that people can follow.
No, in that she weighs as much as the Portland Trailblazers.
You are a trailblazer in that everywhere you go, breadcrumbs literally fall off of your lap.
In sort of the body positivity movement, when that wasn't a thing. And
It
I know
shouldn't be a thing.
you use the term fat positivity activist. Can we talk about that term? Because I think
Everyone's an activist now. Everyone's a trailblazer and an activist.
At least she
just
has
for being a fat slut.
At least she has a classy tattoo.
most Americans believe that term.
I think it's of a chicken wing.
Fat.
Ew, she's got one of those bat tattoos.
Yeah, man. Totally
That's
edgy.
just like the thought I fucking destroyed yesterday. Had them on the fucking hips. I'm like, yeah, you're so original.
a negative, and they shouldn't use it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I put it in the title of my book, to basically reclaim it and
Sure it's not a cookbook?
say,
No,
you know
because
what,
I bet you this bitch can't even cook.
You're right. It's a lot of
I
restaurants.
bet you she's one of those fat, useless fats that can't even
Oh,
cook.
yeah.
I bet you. I bet you she is the modern American female. She probably doesn't cook. She doesn't do shit. She doesn't have, like, I bet you she couldn't probably tell you more than one or two stories about her own mother. Like, this is the modern American woman. Get used to it, sweaty.
guys, like, I am fat, but I also am a redhead, and I'm a mom, and I'm a pizza enthusiast.
And that's
you
all
know?
fine. But here's
Like,
the thing.
it's-
Hold on. By the way, nobody doubted that you were a pizza enthusiast.
But you're leaving out the model part. The model part is the part I have a problem with. Because literally, you're bigger than a Model T.
It's just like how I choose to describe myself, and there's no shame in it for me. And so
Even this crowd
by
is bored.
reclaiming the word, it's
Oh, yeah.
basically telling other people, like, you can be.
This is all a way for all these. And again, I don't know if you noticed that audience, but again, women, white women.
Who you want to be,
Just want to feel
and there's
good.
no
That's
shame.
all it is. They just want to feel good and go like, we had the fat girl on and we were nice to her for an hour. Your movement isn't going to gain any ground. It's not. It's not gaining any traction. This will be the little thing that we do for the fatso, and we'll be over this in a month. Nobody cares about you. You're going to be dead, and you're going to be buried in a specialty casket.
If that's how you're happy, then do you.
Why do you think people feel so...
Every single one of these people here, every one of these moms that you're seeing, all of them, if their daughter was that size, they wouldn't be clapping. They would be telling them, honey, I love you. You need to lose weight. I don't want you to die before me. You know what I mean? Like this, but if your kid looks like that, you're not clapping.
But then why are they there clapping, though?
Because they have nothing better to do?
But then they're just as guilty. They're just as guilty for sitting there clapping at her as they would be for their own kids. Because this message is going out to their kids.
That's true.
Strongly about the issue of weight. You know, like you say, I'm also a redhead. Nobody judges you for being a redhead, but people do judge you based on body size.
Yeah,
well,
because
there was a guy
you're
on-
being a redhead. Your red hair didn't come as a result of you eating 75 pounds of fucking fruit roll-ups, okay? Your red hair comes from your genetics, your history, your tradition, your family.
On Twitter, Barry, who was like, I'm paying all this money for your health insurance for future costs, and I was like, boo, I'm fine. Like, I pay my own health insurance, I pay taxes.
No, stupid.
Like,
What he was saying was, hey, dummy,
you
dummy.
Oh, that's not what he
Hey,
meant.
stupid. You might pay your insurance. That's great. It's good for you. It's great. Everyone's premiums are higher because you require more care because you're a fat shit. So he does, in essence, pay for your being a fat shit. Just because you make your insurance payments doesn't mean that insurance premiums aren't higher. Do you understand that? If we were all fat, disgusting fucks, our insurance premiums would all go up. But you don't care about that. You only care about yourself and what's in the refrigerator.
you don't need to worry about me. But for some reason, people are so worried because basically people look at me and they are so terrified to be me, to
No. We're terrified of you.
be fat, that they're just like anything they can do, they're like, no. But the reality is, like, I'm happy and thriving and like living my dreams, and like, you should be happy for me. Like,
what? Listen to her. You should be happy for me. Why? You've done nothing to earn me being caring about you, giving a fuck about you. Why should I be happy for you?
The thing is, though, I shouldn't be anything. I should be two things. I should be indifferent, and I should be amused by you. That's it. And you know why? Because that's how I feel about every human being. I'm either indifferent to them or I'm amused by them. So you're not special, you fat pig. She really looks like if Rachel Weisz ate the entire planet. And I used to love Rachel Weisz. That was probably my favorite. That was my number one actress I wanted to bang ever. Then I found out after the fact that she called out the city folk. She's half city folk, though. But she called out the city folk in Hollywood a long time ago, specifically. And very, like, before all the Me Too stuff. And I was like, man, I knew I liked you for a reason. But she does. She looks like Rachel Weisz, but if Rachel Weisz ate 17 other Rachel Weisz's.
but they're miserable. That's what it comes down to.
I read that you said, look, I'm not trying to recruit people.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not
just trying to live my own life.
But no.
Yes, you are. When you fucking make it where there's no shame in being that size and you're on the cover of a magazine and people can see you can make money off of it, you are recruiting people, because then people that would normally try are going to go, why try? What is it? Why would I be on a treadmill? Why would I fucking stop eating cake all the time if I could look like her and make all my dreams come true? Because we're going to force people to think I'm beautiful at goddamn gunpoint.
Why are we? That's what I mean. We're celebrating you for doing something that, well, not even doing, for doing nothing. For doing something that requires literally no effort. Why? This is what I don't get. It's not even like, don't attack me for my weight. Fine, I won't attack you for your weight, but I'm not going to celebrate your weight either. I celebrate, remember that the Medal of Honor guy that we talked about on the show, which, by the way, he got his Medal of Honor. Spoiler alert, Trump gave it to him. The posthumous guy, the guy that fought in a firefight after they left him.
Oh, yeah.
And stayed up and still crawled up and shot like 4 more dudes before they killed him. I celebrate a guy like that. I celebrate somebody who's like, hey, you know what? I celebrate the opposite of you. I celebrate somebody who's your size and at a gym. I'm like, fuck, man, that is not fucking easy. That person deserves fucking to be commended. You're doing nothing and you want everybody, again, typical white American female. You're doing nothing and you expect everyone to give you a round of applause simply for being. Get the fuck out of here with your Marilyn Monroe overrated ass.
Tupperware. I'm not recruiting. No one is going to look at me on the cover of Self and be like, I want to gain weight and like be that fat. You know, they're just
you too can do it.
Yeah, right. I mean, but you know, it's just basically saying like it's because they're hearing "love yourself" from someone who happens to exist in a fat body, and I think that's shocking. For
you don't exist in a fat body. Stop.
You're fat.
Stop Frenching it up. You're just fat.
But that's what these people do. There's no, again, when I say these people, white American women are the biggest cancer because they think they deserve to be celebrated for existing inside of a fat body. No, you're fat. Okay? Let me tell you something. When a guy with no money and no job wants to stick his dick in you, he's not existing in a poor person's body. That's years of being poor and not working for it. Stop.
For a lot.
Listen, Tess has been through a lot and has been very open about her battles, including her battle with postpartum depression, something millions of women deal with, but few openly talk about. We'll
Did she eat her baby?
pick it up there with Tess Holliday after the break.
All right, look, I'm not going to play the whole goddamn segment. You get the point. All right, Mike, have you seen this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They caught this lady, too, by the way.
Oh, they caught her? Okay, good. Well, let's. I'm sure you played it on Nightwave, right? You did it? Okay. But you have seen it, okay?
I've seen it. I don't think I played this on
Okay,
Nightwave.
well, then let's take people on a journey. Now, do you know any background as to what started this? Because the video kind of abruptly starts.
All I know is they're either in I think they're in South Florida.
I believe so.
And she's a black woman.
Yeah, DC. It says DC Police Department.
DC. No,
There
they're in DC, and it's a black woman, and she's angry. I think that's pretty much all the setup you need.
Okay.
She's going to jail. This is a federal crime. Are you kidding me? Is she kidding me? She's getting arrested. That's
Okay, so she's holding in her hand. What's she have in her hand? Like a piece
jack.
of metal?
No, it looks like a jack.
A jack. Okay, like a jack.
Like the bottom part of one.
Right.
public area.
And she's hitting the window of what is this? Like a delivery van? Some
it's
sort
a
of
bus.
van?
It's a public
It's a
bus.
bus. Okay, got it. Breaking the window.
Kidding me?
Oh shit! Smash right through it.
She's not a fucking. That's a strong woman.
Yeah.
That has a lot of rage.
Fucking Tulip.
'Cause those
from Preacher's mad.
Seriously, those windows on those buses are not easy to break because they're used to people. Doing something out on buses.
Freaking out.
Yes, freaking out on buses.
And now she's hitting the rear view mirror. She's okay. Okay, she broke the window. By the way, she has a relatively new Audi.
Relatively new Audi. She's not in bad shape.
No,
She's
no.
youngish, so I don't.
So, but what happened, and why is there a guy standing in front of her car?
That, I believe, is the bus driver.
That's the bus. That's why there's no. Okay, I got it. That's the bus driver, and apparently she must have cut him off or something.
Yeah, he's blocking her car while he's trying to get the cops there, I think.
Okay. Now, do we think it's a good idea to block the car or a bad idea?
It's a bad idea. Bad idea. Yeah, for sure.
Now, the guy is I would say, in his 50s, maybe the bus driver?
Think of any generic old white guy.
Yeah, okay.
She does not. She gives no fucks.
So then she just starts accelerating.
Just right through him.
And go, yeah, like Mike says, right through him.
Like he's not even there.
Oh, yeah. So now the bus driver's laying down on the hood of the car.
Now, at this point, people were saying that he was being really dramatic and jumping around the car. However, look at the way he jumped up onto the car like he was hurt. The reason he did that is because you don't want to end up under the car.
That's true.
So I think he jumped up on the hood because trust me, you'd always rather be on the hood of some crazy person's car than
underneath
than in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh, take that. Get that. She's going to.
So there's like a Hispanic guy filming it.
Damn.
What the?
Yo. Oh, no, y'all got to help me.
Worst cameraman ever.
By the way, I love the woman in there. Oh, no, y'all got to help him. Bitch, why don't you go help him?
Yo. Oh, no, y'all got to help me.
Yo, leave him. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone, okay? Stop touching him.
What are you doing, bro?
Oh, she ain't. You ain't
That's
got to
our
put your
man,
hands
man. That's
And then the black
our
guy.
man.
You ain't got to put your hands on her. I
That's
love
what
the
he
other.
said. You get it. Yeah, you do. Someone has to. Stop trying to fuck her, dude.
I hate women. Again, this
Yeah.
is women. This is why I hate women. Women think they're fucking protected. They do some shit. They go, that guy fucking touched me. And there's 9 guys at a bar that just want to kick the shit out of you. All right, fucking women are the worst.
That's our man, man. That's our man, man.
my whole car.
You guys doing?
And now he gets back on the car.
This old man is not letting up, which he's a fucking idiot. Like, hey, old man, you have more than enough at this point to get the woman. Just go. Let him go. Like, there's certain times you have to understand it's 2018.
Right.
This is not the old days. You can just go, fine, leave at this point. Because as soon as the cops show up, you're like, there's 15 videos, different angles. I got her face. We got her plates. We got her car. The cops would have been waiting at her house. She would have got pulled into the driveway, and they would have been like, what you do, lady?
Come on.
All right.
911.
Just wait. Hold on. Just
Yo.
wait. Hey, hold on. Just wait, baby. Hold on.
Now she actually
Now
accelerates.
she really tries to hit him this time.
And then he tips over and he, again, smart move on the hood.
Yo. Yo.
The police are right there. Watch out.
Get out for a second. She tells another black dude's telling the black lady driving.
They're right behind you. Yo.
So that person
Baby
pushes
girl. Hey, just move on the car.
Calm down, baby girl. This guy's still trying to fuck her. Like, that's what's happening.
It's not bad look. I mean, you know,
I get
for
it, but
black
she's
chick.
nuts. But she's nuts.
Well, yeah, she probably fucks like a champ. It's probably how she got that Audi.
Just move from on the car so you don't get hurt.
Yo.
Watch out. Watch out. You watch out.
It's a Greyhound bus. Now, right here, he does a flying knee on the.
He does do a nice flying knee.
That was a really, really well executed
Very
flying knee.
narrowly missed that fucking. He almost busted his fucking knee too.
Yeah.
Watch out, man.
Yo.
And then this is when he. That's when he takes a nice.
And that's when he falls.
You deserved
off.
it, man. I'm sorry. That third jump on the car, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
There is no reason to block a car in 2018 when there's that. When anytime that much of a scene happens in the middle of a fucking major city, don't worry.
So she's on the hood at this point, and she keeps driving, and then she just accelerates pretty fast with him on it.
Yo.
And then she swerves him off. By the way, right here, I thought that she was going to actually run him over.
No,
like,
so did I.
Narrowly.
I was like, oh boy.
Narrowly.
Oh, boy.
Narrowly missed running him over, and then she drove away.
Oh my God.
Why would you jump
You
into
right,
a
man.
car like that?
Why would you jump into a car like that?
Come on, man.
You're gonna get away with it.
Why would you get jumping in? So what? They can get up with her
You
later.
right.
You
The guy's not wrong there.
Did you see it? I have everything recorded.
Yeah,
Did you see it? Yeah.
So that was the.
I don't know much other than I did see a tweet from the verified account of the D.C. Metro Police that said that they located the individual in the video.
How long do you think she's gonna get?
That's gonna be she's gonna get in trouble. I don't know, because again, she's a woman. And another thing that women get off easy on is the criminal justice system.
Speaking of that, and this is the last one we'll do. Speaking of women doing something stupid, this is local, by the way, Leesburg.
It was just a joke.
Oh, she looks like someone who lives in Leesburg.
She looks like somebody that, like, a manager above me at a club would go, "Hey, listen, Caitlin's going to start doing Saturday, Sunday day shifts as a bartender." And you're like, no.
Stop, Cobra's going to get mad. You're talking about strip club stuff.
Shut up, Cobra. And I would go, no, she's not. Those are my shifts. I make good money on those. No, she's not. And they go, no, you got to tell you. And then you find out that this girl, like, eats the 60-year-old owner's asshole once in a while. And you're like, fuck, I got to deal with this out.
She has New Jack forehead, like she's bladed too much.
Yeah, what is with the fucking Ricky Morton, Ric Flair head?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Caitlin Wolf says she had no idea this video, sticking her son's head in the toilet, would get the reaction it did.
It didn't?
Oh.
Well,
why did you do it then?
Then why'd you do it? Thank you. Then why'd you do it?
Oh, but it did. They've threatened to do what to you?
Threatened to kill me, murder me, shoot me, shove my head in the toilet, bury me halfway alive, cut my head off.
It started last week when Caitlin says, as a prank, she gave...
As a prank.
It's just a prank, bro. Stick your kid's face in the toilet.
Gave her a 3-year-old
By the way,
son.
I'm getting a look at...
3-year-old son?
3-year-old. By the way, I'm getting a good look at Caitlin here. And it's Leesburg, Florida. All I'm going to say is, right, we're not talking about the country's most pristine toilet either. You know what I mean? We're not talking, it's I'm sure there could have been cleaner things you could have, like, there's better way, like, this whole fucking with your kids for viral fame thing, what is wrong with people, dude?
I just want to be that one black guy who all he does is watch videos and make faces, and he has like 1 million views. That's how you make a viral video.
Prank. She gave her 3-year-old son what she calls a swirly. Toilet flushing, head dangling. In the video, you hear her son seemingly scream his lungs out.
But look where his arms are, too. That's not comfortable.
Yeah, no, I was going to actually comment on that. That hurts. And then also look at her face.
Just her face in general?
No, when she's doing this, though, in the video, she's like,
yeah.
It doesn't look nice or funny.
No.
The kid's screaming.
Video, you hear her son seemingly scream his lungs out. But Caitlin says he's not screaming, he's laughing.
No,
it
he's
was
not.
just...
No, he was screaming.
He was clearly screaming.
He was screaming.
He was screaming no, actually. Specifically saying no.
Bowling
Remember
Green.
when I was saying yesterday that no doesn't, like girls will say no and then they'll say no. Right? That's the kind of no where it's very clear. Whatever you're doing is uncomfortable for somebody.
Yeah.
That wasn't laughing. He was having a little fun while he stuck his head in a dirty toilet.
Just a joke. And I mean, everybody's like, his face didn't go in it. It's not a dirty toilet.
Yes,
it
it
was.
is. Every
toilet's dirty because you shit in it.
And piss in it.
And, of course, and also
sometimes
the piss.
jerk off into it.
Yeah.
It's an all-use device.
Throw your tissues in there after you blow your nose.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah. Vomit in it.
Clean. He wasn't.
Look, I'm looking at you, sweetheart, and I'm going to venture a guess that your kitchen countertops probably aren't that clean. Stop it.
Anyone with gauged ears shouldn't be allowed to have children.
And it talks like this. It's like, I'm so tired
all the time.
Tara
Reid?
It's so clean. It's so clean. Anyway, it's fucking cares.
Tortured in any way.
But the Leesburg Police Department and the state of Florida are not laughing. Both have
Rubio is.
Launched investigations. Now,
who even is this mom?
What a knucklehead, right?
Who's this mom, huh? This clown?
Hey, let's all go to a gay club later.
What?
I mean
Church?
lunch.
Caitlin says her 10-year-old son shot this video. Caitlin says she sent the video.
Oh, good. She has another kid.
To a former friend. That former friend sent the video to another woman, and that woman posted it on.
And they tell two friends?
On Facebook. So, I mean, I would never do it again because I would
You
never.
know what I'm noticing here? Another theme. Not a lot of men involved in this whole transaction.
Yeah, where's
right?
the father? You're right. Fathers. I apologize.
And not just for this woman. She sent it to another mom, and then she sent that to another girl. There's no men in your lives. Okay, you want to ride the dick carousel, you want to collect SSI, and you want to just be... We're broken. Society's broken. We need to just burn it all.
That woman posted it on Facebook.
So, I mean, I would never do it again because I would never have this kind of explosion of.
I would never do it again because people had to tell me how terrible it was. So now I won't do it again.
I mean, I just won't film it.
Fine, I just won't rape girls anymore. Whatever.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know everybody was going to make a whole fucking thing of it.
Big deal over here.
Hate.
But yeah,
And
it's like, really? What are you fucking... Can you imagine if the Pope came out today and went, look, we'll stop raping boys. Jesus.
All right.
I didn't know it was a whole thing with you guys. I was like,
You guys keep raping babies.
Fine, I'm sick of hearing
Jesus.
it. We'll just stop fucking the kids.
Would have
Got
never
your way.
fucked him if I knew you guys were going to be mad.
Got you way. You happy, America?
Explosion of hate, investigations, and the debate on where a joke ends and abuse begins.
When you're putting your kid's head in a toilet by force, I would say that's where the line is.
In Lake County, Michelle Meredith, West 2 News.
And I'm willing to bet you also that kid was being punished
Oh, yeah.
for something.
Yeah, that wasn't just a prank.
The 3-year-old son is just fine. We saw him playing in the yard with his brother. He was taking a nap when we interviewed him a little bit later.
And then we gave him a purple nurple.
He was taking a nap when we went back later on with dried blood at the corner of his head. But I'm sure he was fine.
He's fine.
Back to you.
Back to Guys, this is the last
What
show.
a shithole Leesburg is.
This is the last show, full show of the week. Of course, we're going to be doing live feeds while we're up in. We're going to do some IRL stuff when we're up in DC. We'll be leaving tomorrow, stopping halfway, and then we'll be up in DC on Friday. You guys know how to get in contact with us. Maybe we'll plan to meet up the fans, hang out with them. That would be fun. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. If you want to help us out, go to RevengeOfTheSys.com. Hit the shop button and you can buy a t-shirt, the Amazon banner. Buy anything from Amazon, we get a nice piece, which helps us out. Mike, Nightwave tonight?
Yeah, one more Nightwave tonight. You guys can always join us, and then I'm gonna give you all the background on all the people that we're gonna be messing with up there, and all the Streamlabs donations we're gonna try to save up for the me and Loomer date. Right now, we have raised enough that me and her will be splitting a street hot dog. So let's try
not
to.
bad. At the same time, though, like very Lady in the Tramp of you.
It's not as good with a hot dog though. It's
You're
it's
right.
The
The
bread.
mustard too.
Yeah,
Is it
there-
kosher? Because Loomer can't.
Bread is not very sensual.
No, guys. What about wet bread? Guys, thank you for listening. We will see you guys.
Is this how you want to start the week? I'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Escalator of life. Round and round. There's 111 choices. Don't listen to those little voices. Don't let the guilty feeling shake me. You can have your cake and eat it, baby. We're riding on the escalator of life. We're shopping in the human mall. We're dancing on the escalator of life. Won't be happy till we have it all. We want it all. Escalator of life. Up and down. Escalator of life.